Welcome back to my channel. This is Nova Gnome Creations and I'm Nova and I am so happy to see you today. I hope you are doing wonderful. I hope you and your family are taking care of the best that you can, and I hope that you have come to the cozy little corner of YouTube today, which is here, and dropped your worries outside the door, told the doorman, hey, stash those in the back. I don't need them right now. I will pick them up when I'm ready to. And just come in, grab yourself a drink. We have a fully stocked drink bar, every seat imaginable. Pick up the comfiest one, pull it over, and hang out with me for a little bit. So I have some pretty exciting stuff coming up. My sister, my brother-in-law, and my little nephew are going to be getting here this weekend, which I am so excited about. So I'm going to attempt to do a little bit of batch recording and see how that goes. So I'm going to show you guys something cool that I just finished making for my sister. I actually finished it last night. So there's no pattern for this. But my sister sent me a TikTok video where someone had made this, or made something like it, and she was like, I want this, like, this is so cool. And the funny thing was, I had seen the same TikTok video the day before and been like, oh, I really should make that for Cheyenne, which is my sister's name. And what it is Monstera leaf coasters, that you put in a little pot. So here's what I came up with. This is free-handed. There is not a pattern for this. I did search after I saw the TikTok video and she wanted it and I thought she should have it. She doesn't, I don't know if she knows I'm making this for her. But she might know. She might guess at the very least. But I did look to see if I could find a pattern for this, and I could not find a pattern for it. So I'm not sure if there is a pattern for it, but there is patterns for pots, and there is patterns for Monstera leaves, so if you want to make something like this, it's really not too difficult to put together. But this is what I did. So here is my little pot. And then these just come out, and they are coasters. And there's what my little pot looks like on the inside. And these are all three different from each other because I free-handed them and did them a little bit differently every time. This one has a little stem on it, and it looks like this. And if you guys don't know what Monstera leaves look like, I will pop a picture up right here, but they're the big leaves with the holes in them. And that's just what they look like. So here is one coaster. Here is the second coaster. I'm not sure which side is the front and which side is the back right now. But it's got, you know, a nice little point, and it looks like this. And then this is the largest of the coasters. It's a bit longer. This was the first one that I made, and I had so much trial and error with this one. Put things in, took things out, put things in, took things out. And I ended up doing a little bit of sewing up here to close up some holes that I made a little too soon. So this was my learning piece. And ironically, might be my favorite. So I ended up making 3, and all you do is sandwich them together and take your little pot, and then you just shove them in here. And of course you can shove them in whatever way that looks best to you, but then it looks like a little plant, and you can keep it on your desk. And then whenever you want a coaster, you can pull them out and have a coaster. And I actually really love this idea. You guys know that I have this little crocheted kind of a koozie. It's like super simple, and I just put everything in it. It is stretched so much because I just put like everything in it, even if it doesn't fit. And it does fit because I make it fit. But I've been using this for like a year. Like, I swear, I don't know how long, but it's been a long time. And I just love it because it keeps my desk from getting wet. I don't like having like a ring on my desk from a drink. Not because I'm like afraid it'll damage it or something like people are usually using coasters for, but just because I don't want a wet spot on my desk. I'm gonna sit papers on it, you know what I mean? Like, that's just a recipe for disaster. And I don't want my yarn to get wet, and I don't want my arms to get wet. So I actually really love the idea of having something cute on your desk, but that's also functional. And I did test these out. Even the smallest one is perfect size for a drink. And I will insert some pictures that I took of it with like a can on it, so you can see how it looks when it is like all set up, like using it as a coaster. So that is what the little Monstera coaster desk decoration thingy came out like. I am really happy with that. I think that's super fun. And that's kind of inspired me to make some more coasters. My sister also really likes sunflowers, like loves sunflowers. They're her favorite flower. And I was thinking maybe I would make like a sunflower coaster and stick it down in the bottom as like a little surprise. Like she's not going to know it's in there, and she'll take out these other ones and be like, what? There's a sunflower down in here. And it just so happens that the creator spotlight, not to be confused with community spotlight that we do over on our channel here, on Fridays, but the creator spotlight over on Crafting Kitty's channel, which I will link in the description box below. This month, I almost said this week, is Spring the Fiber Enthusiast, and I was taking a look at her stuff to see what I wanted to do for Creator Spotlight, and she happens to have a sunflower coaster, so I was like, well, sunflower coaster it is, because that's literally perfect, like it was meant to be. So I am going to be making Spring the Fiber Enthusiast's sunflower coaster, and probably stashing it down in the bottom of there if it fits. I don't know yet. And if it doesn't fit, I'll just give it to her. And then I'm also like, now I just kind of want to try out different patterns for sunflower coasters, because I was looking at hers and then I was looking at other people's, and there's actually quite a big variety of ways that people do the sunflower coasters. Like they look totally different. And it kind of made me want to do like a set of just like totally different looking sunflower coasters. And I know that most people, they'd be like, that's not a set. A set has to match. And mine would be like all different. But I actually kind of like that. Like I kind of prefer that. Like every flower is not exactly the same. Every leaf is not exactly the same. So I kind of like the idea of the coasters. They're all going to be coaster sized, so they're not going to be like, you know, so different that it throws them off, but they're going to be like different, like really different in appearance. So if I can get that fit in to what I've got going on this week, which I have a lot going on this week. I just had an appointment today at a new doctor's office. I have new insurance, so I had to go through all that jazz. But I have a closer doctor's office now that's actually in town. I was having to go over a town for my doctor's office before, so that is nice. And yeah, I've got all this stuff going on. I'm supposed to be getting a call back. We're going to do a sleep study, see about if I have sleep apnea, you know, just taking care of all that kind of stuff. So I was very happy and proud to get that done with today. I really, really, really didn't want to. Seeing new doctors is extremely stressful to me. As you guys know, I have massive social anxiety, and seeing new people, going to new places that I haven't been to, can be really stressful. Especially because the doctor's office, the way that a doctor's appointment feels very like scrutinizing. Like I'm talking with someone who's asking me a lot of questions, and like I feel like they're judging me, and like it's just a stressful situation. But it's also one of those things that once I do it, I always am like, why did I freak out so much about that? It wasn't so bad. Like it wasn't bad at all. But that's just the way anxiety is, and that's the way it always is when I have massive social anxiety. It pretty much never is bad after the fact. I'm like, why did I freak out about that? Why did I spend a week dreading that and have panic attacks in the car on the way there and stuff? Like that's just the way it is. So I'm very happy and proud to have done it and got it done with. And you know, I have a follow-up in a month, and like I said, I'm expecting a call from a sleep study place, so we will see what comes of that. I will keep you guys posted on that situation. I'm also going to be trying a new medicine out, but yeah, I don't really go into details on my medications and things like that on my channel, because I am not a doctor and I am not giving medical advice. So that stuff I just kind of keep separate from the channel. But yeah, so anyways, I have a lot going on. I've got that. It's Tuesday right now. They get here Sunday. So, you know, I've got all the preparing that needs to get done just in general for like a vacation. Need to get the house all cleaned up. Need to find everything that we need. Bathing suits. You know, what clothes do I want to wear? Make sure everything that we need is cleaned. Pack some stuff up. We're gonna, be spending one night in Houston after we pick them up, and then we're going to be doing kind of a staycation where we'll go to different places, but hubby and I will be actually sleeping here, and then we'll just go pick them up they just got like a little cheap hotel that's in town because we do not have extra rooms in our apartment, and they are a family of 3. They need a little bit of space. And we'll just go do our stuff. And then at the end of the week, we actually got a couple days in a beach house. So I am so excited for that. I've never had a beach house before. And it's just like, again, you know, a cheaper budget beach house. It's not one of the fancy extravagant ones, but I'm just really excited. We have plans to like paint. There's a big deck that like we can see the water from. Well, from the pictures, that's what we see anyways. Obviously, we've never been there. And we're planning on doing like some painting and crafting and, you know, looking for seashells and things like that. Just kind of those stereotypical things that you think of. And I don't know, we like to do that. I guess sometimes we can be pretty basic. We like to be like, oh yes, we're painting on the beach. Like, so I'm excited for that. It's just a novelty, I guess, you know. But I'm really excited to see my sister, and I'm so excited to see my nephew. I'm so excited to see all of them. So I'm so excited. But I don't know how much I will be able to post while they're here. I am going to attempt to batch record a little bit and get ahead of myself a little bit. So if you hear me talking about things and the timing doesn't quite line up with when I'm posting it, that's why. I don't normally batch record. I normally record every day, which is actually not a very efficient way of doing things at all. And I need to get better at batch recording. But I always feel like I'm not ahead enough in like what I'm doing to batch record. Like I am showing you guys things as I'm finishing them and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe someday I will have it together enough to be batch recording like once a week and then posting my videos throughout the week. That is not me right now. Right now I am every single day I take a video because that's the chaos that I am doing. That is the level that I am at. But anyway, guys, I will see you soon in a new video or in another video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Let me know what you guys are doing down in the comments. Are you guys on spring break too? Spring break is going to be the week of, let me pull it up. The week of the 13th. So if you count Saturday, the 11th, and then if you go all the way through the next weekend, Sunday, the 19th, because it's 1 week long. But then there's the weekend or the weekends on either side of it. So the 13th through the 17th is our spring break here. And I know obviously for a lot of people, spring break means nothing unless you have children or you work in the school district. But hubby's a school bus driver. So I'm so happy to have such a great community. Like I have literally the nicest, sweetest, most creative, fun people, like uplifting, supportive. I didn't know that communities like this existed on the internet anymore. The communities on the internet that I see a lot of times are really toxic. So I have a tendency to stick with communities that I think are not toxic, which is usually small little communities, or like I really like ASMR, which I've talked about a little bit before. The ASMR community is pretty uplifting and sweet and a non-toxic kind of environment. And then the crochet community. I will tell you guys, TikTok's crochet community, not the same as YouTube's crochet community. If you guys are on TikTok, you'll know what I mean. There is a lot of drama on there, and I'm not part of it. I just watch it. I just see it popping up because I follow a lot of crochet artists on there, and there is a lot of drama on TikTok. Who knew that crocheters could be so dramatic and so catty? Anyway, guys, I will see you later for real. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I love you. Bye!